morning. All right, so I got this Uber. They sent it to me once for like, I don't know, 15 bucks. And I was like, that's a lot of miles for 15 bucks. And then when they sent it to me again, I was like, well, that's not really, I can take, like, I don't know. They got you driving around the map. You can take, it's a different route that'll save you a couple miles. And then I thought about it even more, and I'm like, well, if they didn't dispatch it at the one Chick-fil-A, and they dispatched it at the other Chick-fil-A, that would save you another couple miles. So I good old apps with their algorithms. You're supposed to use them to rely on making all money. DoorDash thinks you're supposed to, look at what they think, you're supposed to jump through all these hoops with their algorithm. And then it just, well, it'll just send you crappy orders all day long sometimes. Morning. Have a good one.
Yeah, you too.
Thanks. All right, so Uber has gotten so freaking predictable for me. It's like every time I do an Uber order in the morning, I see it at least 2 times before I actually accept it. Like, that just shows that there's no one doing Uber, because they're just like, trash, 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 trash. That's how Uber gets everyone off of their platform. They hit them with the order fatigue. Like, I've been feeling it recently. Like, every day I'm just like, oh, I gotta turn Uber off. I don't even want to decline all these orders. This is so annoying. But anyway, this order, they sent it to me for 11 bucks, and I looked at it and I was like, in the past, I probably would have done that. 7 miles, 11 bucks. Not the best, not the worst. But I got a feeling that if I decline it and I wait, Uber will pay me more money. 15 minutes go by. I don't know how much time went by. I got lost in the fucking tube replying to comments. Like, y'all are awesome. I can't believe how many comments I'm getting. The lady at Safeway, she was putting it in the basket as I came in. She was like, yeah, I was getting it ready for you because I saw you were coming. And then she was like, I like it when you pick it up because you come straight here and you pick it up. She was like, some other guy, I don't know what he was doing, but it took him so long that I had to re-dispatch the order, which I should have asked her more about that, because I don't understand what that means or how they do that. But I guess, like, if someone doesn't pick up the order in a long enough time, they'll re-dispatch it to someone else. But she was, I don't know, she said when the guy showed up, he was saying how, he accepted this order, but then he went to go do that. It sounded like Bud Soda picked this shit up. All right, so I dropped that Uber off, and I gotta say sorry about the last clip. I just filmed a bunch of fog in my car because I thought I was using like the regular camera on my phone, but I had the selfie camera turned on, so filmed the wrong thing. But the audio I'm trying to keep. Yeah, those 2 deliveries this morning. That's $37. And it was over, from like a 2-hour span, but it only took me 45 minutes of time away from my house to do those 2 deliveries. Look, no hands. This one was too close to not do on the bike. Had to do it. All right. That order took me 6 minutes on my bicycle. The beautiful thing about that order I just did is it was all uphill. So, I pedaled hard to get that money. And now going home, I've hardly pedaled at all. I've just been coasting. It's beautiful outside. All right, so I just accepted this Dunkin'. And what you call it? Yeah, just Uber is weird. Like this morning, after I dropped this off, I'll have made 50 bucks on Uber. Hold up. All right, we got this Dunkin'. So the manager came over, handed me that sticky bag. And then they always have trouble getting the sticky thing done. And I I've never stuck the sticky thing before, but I was like, I got this, and I immediately fucked it up. So then the manager had to help me stick the sticky bag. I see why they don't want to use the sticky bag. That thing's a pain in the ass, especially because they wear gloves. So DoorDash, you know, my acceptance rating has fallen, and it just hasn't been hitting for me. So I'm thinking I'm gonna try some different things. So I'm gonna throw some ideas out there. The first one, it's not gonna make the content any different at all. I'm just gonna try to get Mama Roma's orders because that has worked for me in the past. And I'll sit at home all night, every night, waiting for Mama Roma's orders because I'm at my fucking house. Like, but another thing I've been thinking about trying is going to Annapolis, where I did a video one day, taking my bike, and I'll just do DoorDash on my bike in like the downtown area. And I want to see how that goes, but it could be terrible, you know? And I don't like to risk it like that because then I'm investing time. But it's kind of like market research. And in worst case scenario, I'll ride my bike around a little bit. All right, so I just accepted this Instacart and I'm not happy about it. It's too many items, but this is like, I haven't seen anything over $10 on Instacart this morning, so hopefully they're gonna send me a $60 order that's pretty good right after this. It's worked before, and I'm gonna hope it works today. All right, so I knocked that Instacart out pretty freaking quick. 26 minutes to do 56 items. But then the only cash register they had open was a girl where it was her first day, so she was a little slow. She was nice, but she was a little slow. And now, oh yeah, this customer, I don't know how I feel about this customer, because like one of the first items I looked for, some goat cheese. They didn't have what the person wanted, so I asked them, you know, they have other options of goat cheese, so I asked them if they wanted a replacement. Never hear back from the person. And then they ordered like these Bolt House Farm carrots or something, and I replaced them with Food Line carrots because I'm like, carrots is carrots, you know. And they said they wanted a refund on the carrots, but then they never answered me about the cheese. And then they wanted like a 12-pack of the like ice sparkling water stuff. So I asked them if they wanted a replacement on that. Never answered me. So I just refunded them on that stuff because I could tell they didn't want to talk to me. And now, like, I can see looking at the map that this is one of these places where, like, I'm gonna have to walk around the building most likely to put it at their front door, and they got a million fucking drinks. Like, I kind of knew I shouldn't have done this order just because of that, because it's so many items, it's carrying so much stuff, and having to refund stuff, you know, like losing money. It's already not a good order. Let me just get it over with so I can shut up about it. All right, so I had to make 3 trips with my skateboard. That customer made my shit list. Like, Instacart's so funny how sometimes they say things are heavy pay and other times they don't. Like, that order had to have been more than 300 pounds. Oh, $40 Food Line. Yeah, $40 Food Line. It was this one. It's actually not that bad, but I am not doing it. I do not want to shop for 3 people. 50 items, 3 people? No, thank you. I'm not interested in that. Like, I want the $40, but not that bad. So, yeah, but anyway, back to the heavy pay. They got heavy pay. That order was definitely more than 300 pounds, and it didn't say heavy pay on it. Like, what? How the hell can you get all them drinks and it's not heavy pay? How does that work? Yeah, I don't know if that order is really as bad as I'm making it out to be, or if it's just because I literally just got done shopping for 50 items and I don't feel like going to shop for another 50 items, especially when I got to separate them between people. And then like I said, I got that 4-star I got the 4-star, and then they're saying that I didn't deliver the Italian ice. I hate it when there's multiple orders because it is so easy to mix up one item and then you screwed up the whole order. All right, so I'm leaving my car up at Food Line because I'm gonna get another Instacart. Who knows when though? But I just signed in on Uber And like, I realized like I can only do Uber early in the morning or at dinner time if I'm near a bunch of restaurants. Because once it gets, you know, 9, 10 o'clock, they send me ones like this. It's $3, like, and I'm 10 miles away from the restaurant. Like, that person lives so much closer to the restaurant than me, and they want me to go pick up their food for $3. All right, so walking back up the food line, got another order, and so the car passes. Yeah, so I like this order because it's not a lot of items, so I can just knock it out real quick. And it drops off over by Giant, so maybe I can get a good one over from Giant. But this person wants no substitutions pretty much. And they ordered these organic carrots. I've looked for these organic carrots a million times if people ain't never have them. And like I said earlier, carrots is carrots, but this person said you can only substitute with other organic carrots. So they ain't gonna get no carrots. And then they want this bag of celery that's pre-chopped, and I got one earlier and there was one left, so we'll see if I get it or not. All right, so that Instacart, what did it take me, like 8 minutes? I don't even remember. I know I took a screenshot of how long it took me when I said I was done, so we got her down there. You can see what it says. But I love orders like this because you take it and it's not really the best order, then as soon as you get to the store, the customer added a few more items, bam, now this one's almost paying me 17 bucks. So, and that does happen quite a bit on Instacart. Like, you do get screwed over a lot with the out of stock items, but if you take the low item orders, it happens pretty often for me. You know, results may vary. But I also learned a couple valuable lessons. Like, they've always had those organic carrots that I've been replacing for everyone. I'm just a dummy. Because I was like, carrots should be in the carrot section. But you know, when it's organic, it has its own section. They were right where they put the organic, all the other organic vegetables. They got like a 6-foot section. So now I know. I swear to God, every Uber order, I am further away than the customer is. And it ain't paying nothing. Fuck these people. Fuck you, Uber. Stop sending me this shit. And like, the dumbest part is, like, I'm close. Oh, here we go. Here's an Uber that's actually close. So that Uber they sent me as I was taking the groceries out, like, it looks like a good one, but it's going on to the military base, and you can't go through the gate that they're saying you have to go through, so it's like an extra 3 miles, but there is a good chance that there's hidden tip on it, but I'm not playing that game to find out. But I got this one, and I will do this one. I just really hope the food's ready, because one time I went to the spot, food was ready. Another time I went to the spot, I waited, and it's 10:45. I'm wondering if they're even open. We're gonna find out. I have to drive this way anyway, like, to go back towards where I want to go. So I'm cool with it. All right, that was rad. That order was already ready. I keep forgetting about that challah spot. I'm going to eat there today. That's my goal. I got to check the weather, because if it's gonna rain, I'll go there for lunch. But if it's not gonna rain, I'll hit it up this evening, because that spot looks really good. And anyway, that order was already ready, and I am a half a mile from the drop off. Like, that order was too convenient. It's only $6, but probably took me 5 to 10 minutes. AC blowing. I don't know if that's gonna be too loud. I love it when you get an Uber like that, because, or any food delivery like that. Like, it was close for me. Customer didn't have to tip too much. I mean, I like a bigger tip, let's be honest. But when I walked in the restaurant, he was putting the food in the bag. So, and how close they live, their food was definitely hot. So I started my first delivery at what, like, it was like 6:30 or something. It's pretty early, and it's 11 a.m. I've made $100, and I've spent 3 hours of that working. Let's see, 6:30, 7:30, 8:30, 9:30, 10:30. So that's 4.5 hours. So I spent 1.5 hours chilling at my house. I got a video almost edited, and 3 hours actively working. That's how I run it. All right, yeah, this Instacart was nice and easy. It took me 20 minutes to get everything shopped for, checked out, and put in the car. Now I'm going to drop her off. There was a bit of a pepper fiasco. They wanted 1.5 pounds of Serrano peppers, which I believe are just, they're like jalapenos, but they're a little bit bigger. At least the ones at Food Line were. They had a couple, but they didn't look so good. They were all like, I don't know. I just didn't like them. And they only had 2 of them, which wasn't as much as they wanted. So I asked them if they just wanted some more jalapenos, and that was cool. Obviously, they got like this beef that was for making said it was good for making nachos. They got taco stuff, cilantro, guacamole. They got diced onions, minced garlic. You could pretty much tell they're making tacos or nachos or something. Red hair on the scooter, she don't care. All right, I'm pretty upset about that order. Just looking at the payout breakdown. Like, if you look at the time I spent, it's not bad, but Instacart only gave me $6 to do 2 orders. And the customer one who got more shit and got the nachos, they tipped me $1.95. I hope they choke on them nachos. And the other customer was a very kind person. They only got like 7 items and they tipped $11. Fucking Instacart is a scammer. Instacart was super easy, but kind of whack. They only had like the jumbo size of I can't believe it's not butter, so they wanted a refund. And they ordered a 30-pack of eggs. I've never seen, I do a lot of shopping and I ain't never seen no 30-pack of eggs giant. So I had to get them on 18-pack. Other than that, it all went good. So I finished that order. I was able to sign in on DoorDash, surprise, surprise. And they immediately sent me this one, and the miles could be right, but they could also be off. I mean, they are wrong because it's on the Fort Meade base and you can't go in the gate where they're showing until 5 o'clock and it's only 4:20. So yeah, it's further than what they're showing, and I think it's probably more than 3 miles. I think that's another one where the miles are glitched again. It's only by a little bit this time, but it still doesn't seem right to me. Either way, I'm not doing that shit. Like, if that was actually 3 miles and not going on the military base, sure, I'd do that order, but with those variables. So pretty much right after I filmed that last clip, I got this Uber at Popeyes, and I've never picked up at this Popeyes before. Like, I go there all the time for myself, but I've never gotten an Uber there. And it's only $5, but it's going back towards my house. I can see right now the drive-through line is pretty freaking brutal. So I'm gonna give them their 5 minutes for $5, and if they don't have the order ready within 5 minutes, I'm dropping it. All right, the Popeyes has been acquired. It took 7 minutes. I swear I can shop faster than these waiting for these fucking food orders, man. Hello. All right, so it's been about 15 minutes since I dropped off that Uber, and I got this one, $69, Wegmans. And I looked at it and my crack senses started tingling. I was like, oh God. And I had to get it because, you know, 30 items, only 3.5 miles. It's 70 units though. But really the worst thing is they want 10 12 packs of water. And because it's Wegmans, I think they might have that much of that water because they do have like bulk of all that shit. So maybe I can actually get that, because that's going to be a huge item, like dollar-wise, on this this order, because those 12 packs of water aren't cheap. And thank God they're not 24 packs of water because it'd break my back. I need to look and see if this is in an apartment. All right, we're good. It's not an apartment. It's going to the fancy neighborhood where the food trucks are sometimes. So I might get food trucks. You never know. All right, so it took me 53 minutes from leaving my house, shopping for all the stuff, and getting it in the car, and I'm 10 minutes away from the drop-off. This is an awesome order. The only thing I refunded was a pack of Smart Pop. So, but it was still like a $300 and something bill, so should still be a good tip on this one. All right, that Instacart drop-off was a little bit heavy, but so was the pay, so I'm not complaining. I'll do that for 69 bucks every day. That was an awesome order. It's funny because the cashier that I went to at Wegmans got like upset with me because she asked me if I wanted double bagged at first, and I'm like, with paper bags, do you really need to double it? And then, like, I don't know, she just started putting all this shit in the bag, and she was like, you should double bag next time. I didn't have any problems. Hopefully the customer doesn't have any problems either. Paper bags are pretty strong. But yeah, I haven't done the calculating yet on the mileage and the hourage, but I'm gonna put it down there. I'm at like 213 bucks. I know the mileage was not high because, well, I did do quite a few Ubers. So, I don't know, I probably still made about $2 per mile and probably averaged close to $30 an hour as I normally do. But yeah, if you made it this far in the video, you're awesome. I appreciate you. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button, man, or just watch a suggested video. Or if you don't want to do any of that stuff, tune in tomorrow or any day, 9 p.m. Watch me deliver food. Take it easy. Look at these clouds. It looks so very pretty.